in Rawalpindi for match 22 of the HBL PSL for 2020. It's the Multan Sultans against Islamabad United. Welcome to the highlights. The toss won by Shan Masood, who's the captain of Multan Sultans, and he put Islamabad United into bat. The Multan Sultans with a British presence, English with Moeen Ali and James Vince. Riley Rousseau of South Africa with 100 in the HBL PSL this year. Imran Tahir as well, who's always a match winner. And you can never take your eyes off Shahid Afridi and Sohail Tanvir, two veterans of T20 cricket. For Islamabad, a couple of changes there. Fahim Ashraf and Zafar Gohar left out, and in comes Mohammad Musa Khan and Ahmad Bhatt. Luke Ronchi, Colin Munro, the two hard hitters at the top of the order. Colin Ingram as well, the South African. And of course Dale Steyn, a legend of fast bowling. A very good pitch, and there was a couple of hours delay because of the heavy rain in the morning and the afternoon. It was a delayed start, and the match was reduced to just 9 overs per innings, and the ground staff must be credited with that. So it's Islamabad United who are batting first.
Yeah, and we're underway. He starts round the wicket.
Immediately freeing his arms just for a single. Crashed over the inner ring, and that will be one bounce for.
Brilliant from Ronchi, takes him no time. He can be a little hit and miss, but he's normally hit, and he'll hit nicely. Extra cover, got width, got himself into a really good position. Front foot down, leans back to get it elevated. Job done.
Happy International Women's Day, HBL PSL 5, and it's match 22 where great opportunities. HBL has got 40 women here, and they're enjoying a VIP experience on a very special day for women around the world. He's got an edge and will get 4. Munro and Ronchi, I can tell you what, they'll be itching to get going and really gain some momentum in this power play. He's gone airborne, and we'll watch it sail over the ropes for 6. First 6 of the innings for Islamabad United. 12 off the over, 1 ball to go. That's gone through again, and a good over this for Islamabad United. 16 from it, 23 without loss. Oh wow, he's got it cleanly, is he? Well, there's some excitement out in the middle.
That would suggest he's not sure, and we're going to go on the soft single, which means a lot. And his soft signal is not out, so straight away we know it has to be conclusive now to prove that he caught it.
This is the front foot, no problem there. Big moment of the game.
That's the frame. What do you think? Jam fingers? Is it conclusive?
Let's have a look. Third umpire. The decision is out. Well done, Riley Rousseau. They needed a wicket early on, and it's the dangerous Luke Ronchi that has to make his way off the field. Luke Ronchi gone for 18 of 10, 26 for 1. Oh, a lovely little shot from Shadab Khan. He knows how important runs are here in these opening 3 overs. The power play is done. It's 32 for 1.
That's asking to be hit. Oh, and that's been put away. That's a bad one. That's a gift.
Yeah, that's a bad start. 253rd, HBL 6. Tried to bowl a quicker delivery. And Colin Munro just opened up that front leg. And I told you what the dimensions were probably about 63 into that corner.
It's gone after him again. There is a long on there. It goes past him. It's 6 more.
2 and 2 then for Colin Munro. He is not going to stop. There's no need to stop. Could we, Ellen? Could we see it? Could we see 6 sixes?
Gone again. It's the big one.
There's 3, Ellen. 3 in 3.
Hello, we got the reverse sweep out. And it's effective.
Munro knows exactly what Imran Tahir is going to do. So what he says is, okay, it's going to be outside off stump. I can play the reverse sweep. Gets in position early, switches the hands. Not a reverse sweep, a switch hit.
Spin is the bowling that goes furthest here in Rawalpindi. That's gone straight up in the air. Who wants it? Sohail Tanvir. Ice in his veins, and Imran Tahir, as he does so often, breaks a partnership, breaks hearts.
Loves his celebration, Imran Tahir, and he deserves it. Brave here, little bit of flight, always going to be the googly. Munro tries to drag it. This isn't easy. How many times have we seen these big high catches being put down? End of Colin Munro's innings, 25, 57 for 1.
This has travelled, this has travelled. And it's 4 for Colin Ingram, and he's making a lot of room for himself because Moeen Ali's darting these balls into his pads. They might have seen him coming, but Ingram has not got enough on this. Gone. James Vince, the Englishman, takes the catch, and it's an Englishman who's bowled it, and it's a South African who's on his way out.
Absolutely. Again, just held back. This is brave bowling. I like this from the Multan Sultans. It's brave. It's a good catch again. How many catches did we see put down yesterday? And it's the end of the dangerous Colin Ingram. He goes to 6. 65 for 3.
Big shot. It's not connected well and will be taken. Moeen Ali is a good fielder. Took it easily and is off again, Imran Tahir.
Well, there he goes. Oh, there's a little bit of spirit there. He does get carried away sometimes. I love his flamboyant celebration, but there's a little bit of anger in that for some reason. It was the Munro dismissal that I think got him worked up. That had to make good ground, Moeen Ali. And when you make the ground early, you can just be stationary under those high balls, comfortably taken. And he's having to be settled down out there. It's gone for 14, the dangerous Shadab. It's 70 for 4.
1 for 9 for him. Gone up in the air, is called for it. It's going to be mine. Takes it quite easily in the air, and Asif Ali perishes. Another wicket goes down.
Well bowled. We talk about the change-ups, and that's why he's out there. And that's his second, 2 for 9 into his second over. And you have a luxury, I think, when you're leading the table, just to be flexible in the squad and change it up, give everyone a bit of a go, unless they're needed in the playoffs. So another wicket falls, which slows things down for United. He's gone for 4, 74 for 5.
That's gone fine, and 4. Slow ball, doesn't tolerate. Chance at the non-striker's end, it is gone, I think. Rizwan doesn't like it. Oh, take it easy, boys. Things hotting up a little, which we don't want.
Well, we've seen it from both sides now. A couple of individuals who are not happy with what's going on. In that situation, it was just a terrible mix-up. So he's just thinking that ball watching, call back. He was 2/3 of the way down. Both go, they would have made it. That's the display, but you don't really want to get too cross with your teammate. He's gone for 7, 81 for 6. They're stalling here. 2 balls to go.
That's clubbed, is it? Just makes it for 6. A relief.
So good strike, exactly what United needed. Another slow ball. Actually came back at him a little bit. Good hit.
Last ball of the innings, here we go. Short ball, hit hard on the bounce. Ball dies after hitting the turf. The throw is at the non-striker's end, it is a gone. He's a goner, all right. The finger is raised. Plenty of action and entertainment in that 9-over burst. Right, the last 30 balls only produced 39 runs for the loss of 6 wickets. That is a fantastic comeback by Multan Sultans, and a great reference point for the captain when he leads them back into the dugout. Talk about this wonderful bowling performance and fielding effort, and let's take it with you when you go out to bat. 91 for the loss of 7.
Well, it was a bit frenetic from Islamabad United. They needed Ronki or Munro to go on and get a bigger score. Shadab with 14 and then single-digit scores. But too many of their batsmen were caught playing rather extravagant shots. 91 for 7 in their 9 overs. And Multan's bowling was so penetrative. Tanvir, 2 overs, only cost him 15. Ilyas, 1 over for 11. Junaid, 2 for 17. Afridi's over went for 20, but Imran Tahir, 2 for 13 in 2 overs. He was quite exemplary, and Moeen Ali, 1 for 9 in his 1 over. So Multan Sultans, they need to score 92 in their 9 overs at run rate, which would start at 10.22. We'll see their run chase after the break.
Here we go.
Dale Steyn will get us underway. He's got a slip in place. And he's crashed it over, slips, and the first ball goes for 4 as Multan look for 92 for victory.
Back of a length. He went back of a length last night and was dealt with by Cameron Akmal. This was a little bit fortunate for Zishan. He's got to have a smile on his face.
Great use of the feet from Zishan. Oh, good effort down on the boundary by Shadab Khan, but it goes for 4.
This was nearly an excellent piece of fielding from Shadab Khan because he knows how wet the outfield is. Good shot again. This is down like a leg spinning, leg cutter. So taking pace off, nearly, he slips. Lucky. May have had an injury with that, but watch his right foot, wow. So lucky. We know it's very boggy, and we talked about how these two sides have perhaps decided to go ahead with a game that maybe isn't perfect conditions.
Good single, good rotation of strike. 9 from the opening over so far with 2 balls to go. He's got it through the gap. 4 runs.
I'm very biased when it comes to James Vince because I was part of his introduction into the first-class game at Hampshire. I just think this man has got so much time. A lot of world batsmen out there would love to have this man's timing. He makes it look easy at times. We all know the faults, yes, but on the eye, he's beautiful.
A single to end the over. 14 from the opening over, 14 without loss. Multan Sultans 14 without loss. Another 78 required from 48 deliveries. Akif Javed sharing the new ball, and James Vince powers this away on the leg side. Is about to say excellent fielding, but that goes away for 4. Unfortunate. Rizwan did an excellent job, but just at the end, and it's very soft underfoot, so not easy. That goes for a first ball for 4.
Yeah, I like Akif Javed. He's one of those emerging players. Had a little bit of an injury after a couple of good games early on in Lahore.
Now this thick edge flies to the boundary for 4. It's all going the way of Multan Sultans early on in this run chase.
Well, that's what I talked about. Are going to try and win this first 3 overs, this power play. 32 for 1 in the first 3 overs at Islamabad United. He'll take that. Just remember that the only 2 fielders out at the moment are deep mid-wicket, deep square leg. So he's going to try and look to hit down the ground.
Again through the gap. Vince is turning it on here at Rawalpindi, and 3 fours in a row in the second over.
Slightly over pitch, tried to go for the Yorker, and because he's deep in his crease, watch his hands. That is what you're talking about. Any young boy or girl out there wanting to know how to try and hit the ball a little bit harder, get your hands through it. Watch this. Hands. Uses his hands. Nice high back lift. Deep in the crease. That's not a bad delivery. And it goes for 4.
Straight down the ground now for 4. Vince dealing in boundaries, and Multan are galloping to victory here. Make that boundary number 5 for James Vince. Akif is taking punishment here in his opening over. 20 from it with 1 ball to go.
And they're already past where Islamabad were in their power play, and there's an over and 1 ball to go. He's 25 from 7 deliveries, James Vince. What a performer this Hampshire-born man is.
He's crunched that over mid-off, 1 bounce for 4.
It's a little bit like Michael Slater on the golf course. He never missed a fairway. Off 12 handicap, this is what James Vince brings. Pitch it up, hit it straight. It is just excellent.
He's hit that into the gap for 4. Vince is seeing it so well here at Rawalpindi and dealing in boundaries.
He doesn't want a super over. This game now, let me tell you now, this game is won. Multan Sultans only need 46 from 38 deliveries. It's nearly down to a runner ball.
Oh, he's going to get runs for this as well. It's all going Multan's way. Shadab, what has he got? Has he got a trick up his sleeve? The 50 comes up in just 20 deliveries. He's worked this one leg side, and it's 6.
He moves to 46. Guess how many balls? 15. What a show he's putting on, the Englishman.
Where'd he bowl to James Vince? He's on 49. Yorker, that's as good as we've seen. Well, that is 50, half century for James Vince. It's been sparkling. 20 balls it's taken him. Shadab. Gone. Simple as you like. Shadab Khan takes the wicket. He needs a few more.
He certainly does. Something for him. Something for United. Something to go on. A wicket. A breakthrough. And they need plenty more, and very quickly. It was slow, it was very short. Probably could have been best served to stay in his crease and then whack it to the onside. But he advanced, skewed it back at 16 and he's out. 68 for 1. Finally a wicket.
Oh, cheeky from Moeen Ali. He's going to get a boundary very first ball.
Well, we talk about batting plans, Wilco, and he's come out and he's recognised that there's no fielder there. So it was a pre-med shot. He just needed delivery that was the right length. Certainly the line mattered as well, but Moeen Ali is he strode out and he knew exactly where he wanted to hit, and that's one of his strengths. In control.
He's going to get 4 more here, this time offside.
Incredible, isn't it? I'm not sure he picked the wrong one either. But enough of an edge to go fine enough. It was the wrong one away from him. No, I'll say that he was well in control of that stroke. So they need 16 now, Multan. It's been a doddle, thanks to Vince.
Well, the last thing you do is give James Vince a full toss. He's going to accept that gleefully. 6 gone, 84 for 1. Wide, and he smashes this. It's 4 more. This is beautiful to watch, but not if you're an Islamabad fan.
Wow. Wow, that's all I can say.
Full toss again. There it is. The winning runs for Multan Sultans. They have wiped the floor today here in Rawalpindi with Islamabad, and the Multan Sultans look strong. They have won by 9 wickets, with James Vince the star of the show with 61 not out from 24. This has been some contest by the Sultans. It was a high-class innings of 61 not out from James Vince, the Englishman. Polished stroke play of just 24 balls, and that translated to a strike rate of 254. Zishan 16, Moeen Ali 14, and they got to their target in just 6.4 overs. And Islamabad had nothing really to write home about. Shadab took the only wicket to fall. Everyone was given a bit of treatment, especially the youngster Akif Javed, out of whom 5 consecutive boundaries were hit by James Vince. So it was no surprise that England's James Vince was named the man of the match for his 61 off 24 balls. It really was high-class batting from him. A summary of this rain-affected match shortened just at 9 overs per side.